children. I am Shraddha ma'am and I welcome you all to our English class from New Era Global School. Let us start our class with a prayer. Om Bhurvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Om Bhurvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Om Bhurvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Children, put them on your eyes and open your eyes slowly. Namaskar everyone. Now let us start our class with the revision of what we did in the last video. So our last video we did the in term 1 LKG worksheet. We started our U sound words. U says U says and what were our words of the U sound, children? We did the reading, we did the drawing, recognition of the U sound cluster. B, r, b, r, b, r, b, rub, rub your hands. You rub your hands like this. This is Corona time, so you must have heard all your elders telling you that you should rub your hands properly, wash them properly, and or sanitize them properly. Rub, rub. Next is tub, tub, tub. This is a bathtub. What tub is this, children? This is a bathtub. What do we do in the bathtub? What do we do in the bathtub? We bath in the bathtub. There is one more tub also, children. A tub which is like this, in which you must have seen someone, your mother or someone washing clothes. This is also called a tub. Tub. And this is a baby cub. This is a baby lion. Even the baby tiger is called a cub. The baby of the lion and tiger is called a cub. Cub. So these were the words we learnt in our last video along with this page in our notebook. This was your homework. Rub, tub, cub. This was your homework and full page 49 in your worksheet was your homework. So now today we are going to start our classwork in notebook. So this is your 4-line notebook, children. And what are we going to do today? We are going to start our dictation activity of A, E, I, O and UB words. A, E, I, O and UB words. So write your classwork and mention the date you are going to do this work on. Okay, children. Now let us see what are the pictures saying. First picture is of a baby lion. It is called a cub. Is the sound of letter U. So this is the U sound word, UB word. And how will you write the spelling? You will write here K is letter C, A is letter U, B is letter B. Cub. Next is the picture of a bat. When I say bat, what is the middle sound you hear, children? Which vowel do you hear? B, at. A is letter A. A is letter A. B is letter B. A is letter A. T is letter T. B at. batter, b at bat. This is the A sound at word. Next is the picture of a home of a lion. It is called a den. Which middle sound do you hear, children, when I say d, d, e is the sound of letter E. E is the sound of letter E. So let us write the word, children. D is letter D. E is letter E. N is letter N. This is the house of a lion. D, e, n, d, e, n, d, e, n. Den, den. Next is the picture of a tub. I just showed you before a while that even this is a tub and even this is a tub. So here I have given you a different picture of a tub. This is also called a tub. And what sound do you hear, middle sound, children, when I say t, b, t, b, is letter U. Is letter U. So how will we write the spelling of tub, children? T is letter T. Is letter U. And B is letter B. T, b, t, b, t, b, tub, tub. This is the U sound word cluster. Next is the picture of a boy. He is a boy. I am using the he sight word. He is used for boys, as I have always told you. So he is used for boys, and this is the picture of a boy. Yes. So how will I write this? Sorry. What sound do you hear? The middle sound when I say o. Here. O. Here. O is the sound of letter O. O is the sound of letter O. So how will we write the spelling, children? B is letter B. O is letter O. Y is letter Y. B O Y. B O Y. Boy. 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 Next is the picture of a boy nodding his or her his head. His is again a sight word I am using for a boy. A boy. Boy के लिए मैंने he use किया. He is a boy. Nod कर रहा है जब कोई boy, तो I say he is nodding his head. His head. Okay. His is also used for boys. He is also used for boys. So what is this boy doing? Nod. How do you nod? Like this or like this. Up and down, left and right. Okay. So this is the picture of nod. What sound do you hear when I say middle sound? When I say n-o, d, n-o, d. O is the sound of letter O. O is the sound of letter O. So let us write the spelling. N is letter N. O is letter O. D is letter D. N-o, d. N-o, d. N-o, d. Nod, 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 nod. Next is the picture of a log. Log is the piece of wood. Log. What sound do you hear, children, when I say middle sound? When I say l-o, g, l-o, g. O is the sound of again letter O. How will we write the spelling? L is letter L. O is letter O. G is letter G. L-o-g, 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 log, 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 log. And next is the picture of a pin. Who uses a pin? Your mama, your auntie, or your sister might be using a pin. What middle sound do you hear, children, when I say p-i? P-i. I is the sound of letter I. I is the sound of letter I. So how will I write the spelling, children? P is letter P. I is letter I. N is letter N. P-I-N. 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 Pin. Pin. Pa-in. Pin. So this is the I sound in cluster. I sound in cluster. What picture is the next picture, children? It is the picture of a red dot. Red. Which middle sound do you hear when I say is the sound of letter E. Is the sound of letter E. So how will I write the spelling? R is letter R. Is letter E. D is letter D. D. Red. Okay, this is the E sound, ed cluster. Next is the picture of is this a cap or is this a hat? Is it a cap or a hat? Yes, this is the picture of a hat. What middle sound do you hear, children, when I say at? At. Yes, we hear the sound of letter A. Okay, children. And how will we write the spelling? H is letter H. A is letter A. T is letter T. At. Hat. Hat. Next is the picture of a person hiding. Do you see? It is behind. He is behind the tree. The boy or the man is behind the tree. He is hiding. So children, what middle sound do you hear when I say I is the sound of letter I. I is the sound of letter I. So how will we write the spelling of hid? H is letter H. I is letter I. D is letter D. Hid. Hid. Okay, children. This is the I sound id cluster. I sound id cluster. Now let us go to the next part of our classwork. We have finished the first part. These are all A, E, I, O and UB word dictation words. This is the same thing you can do for your classwork and homework, or your mother and father can help you with some other words from our worksheet of vowels A, E, I, O and UB words. Kab, cub, bat, bat, den, tub, boy, nod, log, pin, red, hat, hid. Now, this was our first part. Let us see our second part, children. Our second part starts with the picture of a wig. What middle sound do you hear when I say wig? I is the sound of letter I. So when I write the spelling, what will I write, children? V is letter W. I is letter I. G is letter G. Wig. Wig. Next is the picture. This was ig words. I sound ig cluster word. Next is the picture of dip. डिप हम डिप करते हैं ना, बिस्किट चाय में, मिल्क में डिप करते हैं, स्ट्रॉ हम कोल्ड ड्रिंक में डिप करके पीते हैं. डिप हियर द टी बैग इज गेटिंग डिप इन द हॉट वाटर. डिप. सो व्हाट मिडल साउंड डू यू हियर, चिल्ड्रन, व्हेन आई से डिप? I is the sound of again letter I. And how will we write the spelling, children? D is letter D. I is letter I. P is letter P. Deep. Dip. Now, which is our next picture, children? This is the picture of a pad, a writing pad. You use the writing pad when you go to give the examination. Yes, children. And what middle sound do you hear when I say add? A is the sound of letter A. And how will you write the spelling? P is letter P, A is letter A, D is letter D. P adder, P adder, P adder, padder, padder, P add pad. This is the A sound add cluster. A sound add cluster. Next is the picture of a ham. This is the picture of a ham. Ham is the piece of meat. Ham is the piece of meat. Okay, children? This is the picture of ham. What middle sound do you hear when I say am? Am. A is the sound of letter A. And how will you write the spelling, children? H is letter H. A is letter A. M is letter M. H am. H am. Ham. H am. H am. Ham. Next is the picture of a person crying and begging. Okay. He needs help with money. And what middle sound do you hear when I say b, g, b, g, is the sound of letter E. And when I want to write the spelling, how will I write, children? B is letter B, A is letter E, G is letter G. B, g, beggar, beg. Okay, children. Now, what is our next picture? It is the picture of a cute Ted. What middle sound do you hear when I say t, is the sound of letter E. And how will you write the spelling, children? T is letter T, A is letter E, D is letter D. Ted. Next is the picture of a bib. Who wears the bib, children? Small children are made to wear bib so that when they are fed, they do not spoil their clothes. Yes? And how will you write bib, children? What middle sound do you hear when I say b, I? I is the sound of letter I. And how will you write the spelling? B is letter B, I is letter I, B is letter B. B, bib. Okay, this was I sound ib cluster, E sound ed cluster. Next is the picture of a tap. When you open and close the tap, what comes out of the tap when you on the tap? When you open the tap, water comes out of the tap. And remember, children, whenever you have used enough water, you should always close the tap properly. There should be no water leaking out of the tap because we should not waste water. Okay, children? So, this is the picture of a tap. What middle sound do you hear when I say tap? Tap. A is the sound of letter A. So, how will I write the spelling? T is letter T, A is letter A, P is letter P. Apple, 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 tapper, tapper, tap. Next is the picture of a tag. Tag. Ag. Ag. What middle sound did you hear? A. A is the sound of letter A. And how will you write the spelling? T is letter T. A is letter A. G is letter G. Ag. Ag. Tag. Tag. टैग. नए कपड़ों में जब हम नए कपड़े लेते हैं तो उसमें क्या लगा हुआ होता है? प्राइस टैग लगा हुआ होता है, टैग. नेक्स्ट इज द पिक्चर ऑफ अ बिब. Sorry. Next is the picture of a kit, a medical kit. Yes, who uses the medical kit? Maybe the nurse and the doctors. Okay. What do they have in the medical kit, children? They have the necessary things which is important for first aid. You must also be having the first aid kit in your house. It has antiseptic cream, bandage. Yes, all these kind of things in the kit. And that kit is the I sound CVC it word. What word do you hear? What sound do you hear when I say it? I is letter I. So how will I write the spelling? K is letter K. I is letter I. T is letter T. K it. K it. Kit. Kit. K it kit. Next is the picture of a mop. What middle sound do you hear when I say op? Op. O is the sound of letter O. How will you write it? Op. Is letter M. O is letter O. P is letter P. Op. Op. Mop. Mop. Op. Mop. Here is E sound egg word, egg bag. E sound ed cluster, ed dead. I sound ib cluster, ib bib. A sound app cluster, app tap. A sound ag cluster, ag tag. I sound it cluster, it kit. O sound op cluster, op mop. I sound ig cluster, ig wig. I sound ib cluster, ib dip. A sound add cluster, add pad. A sound am cluster, am ham. So this was your second line, children, of our today's classwork, which was dictation words of A, E, I, O and UB words. I will keep this page on for some time so that your mother can either take the screenshot or see which words I have done for you today. So this was our classwork and your homework can be the same or some other A, E, I, O, UB words. Okay, children, this is in your notebook. This is in your notebook. We will meet in our next video, but until then, as I always tell you, children, remember to keep learning your phonic sounds. Do not forget to revise all the A, E, I, O and UB words. So, until we meet in the next video, children, take care, be safe at home. Thank you. Namaskar, beta.